As the young man sat on his bunk in a local jail, he thought, I truly have gotten myself in a mess this time. For the previous 2 years of his life, by his own testimony, he had been in and out of trouble. And only by the mercy of God had he stayed out of jail, but not this time. This time he was in over his head. It was Easter weekend and all his family would be in church, but this young man would be in jail. In that young man's mind, there was no future for him. While he sat there in prison, deeply troubled, his family across town had joined the local church for Easter Sunday worship. That day, the pastor spoke from Isaiah 42, which is the servant song that we've been studying in these weeks in our Time in the Word broadcast. In that song, the prophet said this, that Jesus would come as the servant who would do things that only He could do. One of the things the pastor emphasized on that Sunday morning was the ability of Jesus to purchase a future for people who had messed up their lives. Here's what Isaiah predicted Jesus would do in Isaiah 42:9. And hear these amazing, liberating words. Behold, the former things have come to pass, and new things I now declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. I can't tell you with empathy enough or with joy enough of what Jesus was promising that family. He was promising 700 years before it happened to go to the cross so that broken people could have a future. On that Easter Sunday, the pastor said, God has a blessed future prepared for those who surrender their lives to His purpose. And in that moment, that family knew that they were not there by chance. Listen to what one author said about Isaiah 42:9. God was saying, dump your idols and trust in me. God, I give you my life because you're offering me a new life in this world and in the world to come. Friends, at that invitation on that day, that entire family went to the altar and believed God for the future of their son, their brother who was in the county jail. As they prayed, God was working. At the very moment they were praying, the young man would later testify, the Lord came into his prison cell and said to him, you've rebelled against me and my plan for all these years. I've come to this place, your place of confinement, and I'm offering you my plan, my power, and my freedom. This young man gave a great testimony in that moment. He said this, the cross came to him in the right moment there in that prison. He fell to his knees by his bunk and repented of his sin. And he gave his life to Jesus. And he said this, I accept, God, the consequences of my sin. I know that you'll forgive me of my sins. And I know that I have a future with you, Jesus. Be my Lord. My friend, listen to me. The rest of that day for that young man was amazing. Within a month, God had given him grace. Within 4 months, he was out of prison because the person that he had wronged, they dropped the charges. He went free. He began living free. And to this very day, he's living in the power of the cross in a changed life. Friends, next Sunday is the Lord's Day. It will be Easter Sunday morning. Can God do that for your family? Can God do that for you? I'm telling you this, according to the Word of God, this is something only Jesus can do. And He's done it thousands of times more than you could ever imagine, but He's willing to do it for you. So I'm going to invite you now to bring your friends, to come yourself, to bring your neighbors, the people around you, and bring them to the house of the Lord this coming Easter Sunday morning, because the message is entitled, Someone is Praying for You. I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to be praying for you. Get out there, get people coming. And it's going to be a great day because Jesus will do what only Jesus can do.